Welcome to this episode of Dames Bond with Mary B. Professional and personal insights provided by women. Mary B's guest today is Marie Trudeau.
How many of you work from home? Well, for a startup, that makes a big difference in the type of coverage that you need for your insurance. The fact is, most companies don't even insure startup businesses, and if they do, the premiums are a little higher because there's no history. Something that Marie taught me is that experience in your field may be just enough to help push you through and get a better rate. Now it's time to get some more facts from Marie. Welcome to my show, Marie.
Thanks, Mary B. Thanks for inviting me.
I'm glad to have you. So it's time to get down to business. So does a homeowner's policy cover the business owner who works from their home?
Well, I'd like to start out by showing you a homeowner's policy, a typical policy. It's very complicated. We know people don't read these. Buried in here, it says, in general, your business property is covered for up to $2,500. That's a standard policy. Some policies may endorse it higher than that. And then you've got the liability side. If someone comes to your house for your business and hurts themselves, are they covered? Usually the answer is no. If you have an incidental business, and they have now defined that as $2,000 a year of income.
From that particular business?
From that business, you're okay, which is a kid carrying a paper route. Basically, maybe someone selling Tupperware on the side. But for an actual business, a standard homeowner's policy does not cover you for your business.
So the first place to start really is to insure your business in your home, regardless. Okay. So the second question I have for you is, if you have a food service business and the electricity goes out, causing the food to spoil, how is the business owner covered?
We're making an assumption that the business owner has insurance, a basic insurance policy. Most food service types of policy have a spoilage endorsement on it. You want to be sure to get that if you're getting a business policy, and hopefully any agent you go to will know to tell you that. And generally it covers for about $10,000. So if the electricity goes off, you're covered if you lose your goods. You need to check if the power source is covered, whether it's on your premise or off. Sometimes there's a difference. If it's off premise, you're not covered. So you need to find out for sure. You can get the coverage, but that's something you need to find out. Whether it's your power goes off in your business or it's a storm outside that knocks the power station out.
So simple call to AEP or your electricity source to find those details out.
Well, you would know. I mean, if the power went out, like if your generator went out in your refrigerator, for example, that's internal. You know that. Okay. If there's a storm and the power goes out, you know it's external.
Got it. Well, that's good information to have. All right, so my last question for you is, we also have a lot of jewelers at the Dames Bond Marketplace, and some of them have their own studios in the home, and they want to have workshops. What kind of insurance do they have to have in order to protect maybe them, themselves, their tools, if anyone gets injured while making jewelry? What does that look like?
That kind of goes back to your first question. They would need to get an endorsement on their homeowner's policy to cover their property, their inventory, their finished product, their work table, the tools. So they would come up with a replacement value and insure it for that. That's the first part. The second part is, again, the liability. The homeowners will not cover the liability for people there for business, like we talked. So you have to either get an endorsement on your homeowner's policy or just get a business policy as if you were out in a studio, but the studio happens to be in your home. And that depends a lot on the homeowner policy company. They all have restrictions on what they'll write for business in the home. Okay.
Well, there you have it. It's important as a small business owner to have insurance, whether you work from home or you have a bricks and mortar place like a retail shop. The dame to go to is Marie Trudeau with W.E. Davis Insurance in the Brewery District. You can find her at damesbond.com. Just search insurance or Marie. Thank you again for being on the show, Marie.
Thank you.
And as we say, Marie, when dames bond, dames thrive.
Thank you for watching this episode of Dames Bond with Mary B Relotto. For more great information, visit the Dames Bond website at damesbond.com. Also browse the other shows found right here at Columbus Biz TV Shows.